Okay, guys, so thank you for downloading this. I'm happy that you're interested. I'll show you step by step. Bear with me. Things might get broken. We're gonna fix it. And every problem we run into, it's a good thing because you're gonna run into these issues as well when you're trying to do this. So the first thing to know is that you need three main tools to do this automation. Airtable, you need make.com, and you need an OpenAI API. So that's going to be the engine behind everything. That's the AI we're going to use. So first of all, I want you to go to this link here. After submitting the form, you're going to land on this page. Just click copy the Airtable dashboard from here. And what's going to happen is it's going to ask you for an email and a password. All right, let me just go back here. Gonna open that. I gotta put my email there, my name, and a password. That is gonna be this one right here. I'll create an account on personal. I'm just gonna skip this. Skip, continue. Name it as you wish. Rot auto login tool, and I wanted light blue, blank table. So you're gonna have a 14-day trial of team, which we don't really care because you don't need the paid version to do this. All right, so oh my god, this is very annoying. Once you're here, you're gonna click here, you're gonna land on this table after you create your account. And now I want you to click on copy paste. All right, I created two by mistake. So this is the one you just cloned, or I just cloned. So we're gonna come here. Now we have it right here. And these are the fields that I have by default. You should be able to create new ones or delete the ones you aren't using. Just make sure that you map out everything after when creating the make account. So now we're gonna go to make. Just click here and you're gonna get this auto plugin tool right here.
Run, password, maybe that one. The hosting region, depending on where you are, any country, depending on where you are, I'll sign up for free. And now I'm gonna have to go back to my email, right here. I'm gonna verify my account. There you go. Now I'm just going to log in to my new make account.
All right, that took a while. Other, I have no experience, only me. Other, get started. Finally, once you create your accounts, everything is going to be ready to go. So it's a lot easier. You have created this. Now you are gonna open your new make account. If it loads, and you have 1,000 unused operations. If you use the link that I'll put there, you're gonna get 10,000, which is a lot more to test over 30 days. So now you go to scenarios, and here you're gonna create a new scenario. But instead of creating it, oh my god, all right, get started. All right, instead of doing this, you're gonna come here, and then you're gonna download the blueprint that we just did. So come here, import blueprint. You're gonna look for that blueprint somewhere. It's right here. Double click, save, and ta-da! Everything is pre-made. Now you need to connect the accounts. This is the most difficult part of all of this. So pay attention because this is gonna take the most of the time when you come to build this. I'll walk you through everything. So the first thing you need to do is connect your Airtable. So you're gonna click here. Click on create a connection. Then you're gonna click on connection type. You can do either. I'd rather doing an OAuth. You can rename it Auto Blogger. And hopefully now we can add a base, grant access. And once that's done, our table, which is this one, it should reflect here. So base is Autoblogger, which is this one. Table, it's blog, which is that window here. And now we're gonna be able to see all of these little things here. And trigger, create time, don't change anything here. That means that anytime that something new comes up here, it's gonna trigger the communication between subwords. And the label we're looking is a blog title. So whenever you write this blog title and you have this create time, the information is gonna trigger a field. All right, just click OK. From now on, and by default, it's going to do it every 15 minutes. Okay. Now you need to connect your OpenAI. For that, you're going to have to go to OpenAI. You're going to log in, and instead of going to ChatGPT, you go to API. Here, when you open your account, you get $10 of free credit, or you can add more. There's no need for testing this to add more money. So you're gonna come to API. So I'm gonna just blur all of this. You click on create new secret key, name it Auto Blogger. Create secret key. Very important. Once you copy this, there's no way to see it again. So you want to store this, you want to save it, because you won't have access to this code ever again. Okay, so I'm gonna copy that. Before I close this, I'll come here and I create a connection. API, I paste that there and I save this. All right, so everything here is already done. It has instructions. Can you please create a provocative and status quo challenging article idea description for the following title? So what I'm telling the AI here is grab this title and create a status quo challenging idea for it. Why? Because I don't want to write an article based on a blog title. I want to have a proper idea description, and then the AI can grab that plus the title plus several other things like keyword research, like backlinking, and with all that information, then create a blog. That's the main issue people have when they create AI-based articles. So the content is not good because they just create a prompt asking for a blog article. And you need to think of this the same way a human writes a blog. You don't jump into writing a blog and you hope that ranks very good on Google. You actually do your due diligences. You have keywords you want to use. You have other blog articles you're going to drive traffic to or from. Then you do a proper research. So you want to put in place all of those little steps before you actually ask AI to create a blog. Once again, I got tired. So to implement this, just create the API. No need to change anything, but I want to explain as well the role. Role, in case you want to build something different, is the role of the AI. It can be system, so are some more technical roles. If you want to send, I don't know, an Excel with a bunch of data points and you want to interpret those. User, which is you as a user sending a message, or assistant, which is actually using the API. I'll show you how it looks here. So I'm done with this. The API assistants that you have created that are fine-tuned to specific tasks to communicate with that integration, if it makes sense. So you're gonna repeat the step for everything here, but now you don't need to put the API. Just put your new connection here, check that everything is in place, give me relevant SEO marketing keywords for this blog idea, and now I don't give AI the title, I give the idea, because now I have an idea and I want the keyword research to be done with that idea. Then okay, here is because my website has tags and I want the articles to have the tags that I created. So I'm listing here all the tags on my website. So it chooses from one of those depending on what is the blog title and idea. It's very important. If you have rules, you can either put that star sign and put the rule there. So in this case, is your output is always one of these tags. Or you can hashtag rules, and under that you put the rules. In my experience, that's the best way to do it. So we move along with all these connections here. Connect this one is gonna ask to find links of blogs published after January of 2023, because I don't want the AI to give me a blog article from 2019, because probably it's not published still, or maybe it has the wrong information. Writer. So the writer, in this case for me, I have it linked to an assistant. So it's actually linked to Rod Blogger, which is a fine-tuned assistant that writes in the tone style that I like. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to go through the process of creating an assistant. You just make sure that you include some indications in the message here about tone and style, okay? This is my assistant right here. Then SEO summary. And as you can see, this is pretty straightforward. Just make sure that these are in green. That means the connection is working. The image, also AI, DALI 3. This is my prompt because I want hyper realistic images. You can put whatever you want. Just make sure you don't put copyright linked words, because if you create a rectangular image that resembles Pixar Studios, it's going to give you an error, because that might be, it's potentially a copyright infringement. And last but not least, social media content. All right, so after that you have this markdown. The markdown actually is going to grab HTML and convert that to normal text or vice versa, because my AI assistant is trained to give me HTML code. I have it so it converts HTML code to text. So if you don't have that, you make sure that you have this markdown and convert from text to HTML, okay? Finally, I'm gonna send everything back to my Airtable, because now what I have is nothing but a title, but at this stage, because I'm connecting that, I'm gonna have to update my connection, so I'm gonna have to do it again. Add base, Autoblogger, grant access. Now it's done. You see it has different values here, because those are the old values from the other one that I just created by mistake. But when you do it, make sure it has your own values. That's the base one, and the table that I want, it was called blog. All right, so now it's gonna retrieve the ID from the first step that has Airtable, from that one, to update everything, okay? So here, you actually need to put everything there. This is a very important step, because what you want to do is to grab all the information from all the steps prior to this one. So the title, I'm gonna grab it from here, okay? The tag, I'm gonna go to tag decider. Gonna click here. Then you see all of this information, but you wanna go to choices, message, and content. So whatever is the answer of that AI, it's gonna reflect here now. Hyperlinks, I'm gonna go to link finder, again, choices, message, content. Same for every little thing. So I'm gonna close this and now have keyword. I'll go to choices, message, content, idea description. So I look at the idea description right here. I open that, go to choices, message, content, blog content. So this is what it will reflect here, blog content. So you can either have the HTML or have the normal non-HTML version of it. So I'm gonna, for this example, grab the last markdown of the transformation of what the writer created here. Social media text is this one. Once again, for this one, you go to choices, message, content. SEO summary. Choices, message, and content. It's pretty easy. Smart links, no, and then you're good to go. Last step is connecting your Webflow website. So if you have a Webflow, you do exactly this. If not, you can go back to the tool right here to see the other videos, or you can try to build it by yourself. This is very self-explanatory, so the steps for Webflow are not going to change that much for Wix or WordPress. Click here, you create a connection again, you name it. I'm gonna put blog here, you save that. It's gonna log into your Webflow. It's a lot easier if you're already logged into your Webflow account. And then I'm gonna go to forward, which is my blog. I'm gonna authorize the app and it's gonna create the connection. All right. So this is already done as well. If you have Webflow, it's not much you need to change. If you don't have Webflow or your Webflow has different data, you might have to change the SEO summary and put it somewhere else depending on how you name it on your Webflow account, okay? Very important. Do you want this to be featured? Yes. Do you want it on the side? Want this on the sidebar? No. The blog post category, this is where I would add the tag. I left this empty because I don't know which tags you're using or if you are using tags at all. The blog post author, I have it empty. For me, it's going to be Rod. Or I can leave it empty. Depends on case by case basis, basically. And then, very important, you have archive, no, draft, no, live. Yes, that means that once it's done, it's going to go live on your website. Okay, so once it's done, you want to test this one time, okay? And this is where many errors will occur. Don't worry, it happens all the time. You just need to troubleshoot by using logic. But hopefully you won't have many errors. So we come here, we're gonna type any title. Let's just, yes, I have added a new row. 5 tips about blogging with AI. I want this to be a 5. All right. Automatically, you will get that. Now we can get the data here. So you come here and you click and run once. We're going to be able to see the test. All right. It went through. It's creating the idea. It went through. It's creating the key research. And it's working, which is great. Link finder. Now it's writing the article. This is the step that it's the longest. Once it does that, it's going to create an SEO, summary, image, social media copy, markdown, Airtable, and Webflow. So once it goes through the first one, it's probably going to work until this point. Then you might have issues with Airtable when you send back the information or Webflow. You need to solve case by case. And then one big issue that I've gotten several times is an error here that is number 400, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't give you too much information, but if you get that error, which is 400 or 500, it's basically because you need to put more money on your OpenAI account because you ran out of budget. All right, so now it's creating the image and hopefully it goes through. It went back to Airtable and now it's publishing on my Webflow. So it went smoothly, which is very, very good. If we go back, now we should be able to see everything here. Ta-da! So because I put AI, it shows AI. I don't think we have an image here. That's a mistake. So that's my mistake because I think right here, I might have forgotten to do this. So you want to add image, file, URL, and then the image one, you go to data, URL. Then file name, you leave it empty because Airtable is going to name it. So a very important thing about this image generated here is that Airtable will download the file and then it's going to upload it to Airtable. Because when you create an image with DALL-E on ChatGPT, you get a link, which is this link right here. I don't know if we can copy. I don't think we can copy that. But that link, it will expire, I think, after 3 hours. So if you upload that to Webflow, in 3 hours, the image is going to be gone and you're going to get an error. So now that I've mapped out here, what I can do, this is very good because I'm showing you some extra steps, is that I will test this again. You know what? We're going to run it completely just to make sure it works. So now let's do another blog that it's called Why Marketing is Important for Your Startup. Yes, it's a very dumb idea, but I can't be bothered right now because I'm testing this. Let's run once more. So I grabbed that idea. It's doing everything again. While it does that, we're almost done. We're done. So if we go back, hopefully, because we added the images here, we should be able to see now the image here. So that's your image. You can train it to create different types of images. And now the last part of this is going to my blog, see if the article is actually there. There you go. So what happened with the article with no images? It has no image. It is published because I set up my blog to not have the image as a mandatory field. Now, once again, you have the clicks here, the links. You can either train or create a prompt so you make sure that the code will send links to a new window and they don't open in the same window. For example, something I don't like about this is that it numbers all of the paragraphs. I would train my AI not to do that. And now if we actually go to the other blog with the image, there you go. This one looks better. Like it. So now I can, once again, just grab this, copy and put it on my LinkedIn. So 30 minutes on the clock. Thank you very much, guys. If you have any questions, just go to my website, send me an email, send me a message. All my contact information is there. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a